Hello everyone and welcome to TV Talks, the show where I take a look at both the good and the bad of what television offers. So today we're looking at Pickle and Peanut. I think that's all I really need to say because the show is notorious. Even though it's come out pretty recently, it's hated by pretty much across the board. And spoiler alert, I am no different. What's the show about? Well, it's about a live stock photo of a pickle and a live action stock photo of a peanut. And that's pretty much it. It's pretty much just these two idiots doing idiot things with their idiot friends in idiot world. That's basically the show. I can describe it as this. Take a regular show, suck out all the wit and charm that it had, and then with breadwinners. That is the entire show. I'm not kidding. In fact, it actually, now that I mention it, seems a belated ripoff of regular show. Think about it. Two anthropomorphic or others are slackers with a dead-end job who have an annoying boss and are just live in a world where there's a bunch of really crazy stuff going around that makes no sense and ultimately impacts seemingly nothing in the end. Even the characters of Pickle and Peanut are pretty much the same. Like, Pickle is pretty much Rigby, and then, of course, Peanut is Mordecai, being the slightly more sensible of the duo sometimes. Because, ultimately, like in SpongeBob, Pickle and Peanut, whenever they're doing something stupid, their personalities usually meld together, and then you can't really tell them apart. Ergo, they're not really so much as characters as they are just tools for the writers to use some really lame jokes. Oh yeah, about that. So the jokes are either that something is really weird, really gross, that it's stock footage, or that they're saying slang. Of course, slang jokes can be funny if it's like intentionally using outdated slang, which they use outdated here. But it seems like that they think this slang is current, and it's not, and it looks really, really bad on the show's version. The stock footage stuff, like SpongeBob or Gumball, they have a lot of stock footage or live actions, and that's actually pretty funny because they actually set up to a joke. It's not just some random live action mouth eating a cereal or when they get sprayed with some body spray. It's just, nah. The humor in this show is incredibly lazy. It's the kind of show that thinks that kids will laugh at anything. And I don't know whether or not that's the case in this show's thing. I don't really know of any kid that actually likes it. And it's another one of those shows that tries to be so hip and rad with the cool kids, and it fails miserably. And for one, the art style is just ugly. It's the, I mean, it's a new low when you have to use stock footage as or stock image, I should say, as your character designs. Now, let's say that's an artistic move, but I think it's just plain lazy. It looks awful. The voice acting isn't very good. He's all kind of stilted and trying too hard. A combination of stuff that does not go together at all. The theme song is infamous, and I only like it because it's so awful I can't help but laugh at it. So for what it is, it just starts off with them mentioning like sharks, swords, hot tubs, something. Keeps going on and on with music, just this weird semi-robot child voice or something. And then it just kind of goes into like this rap dubstep type thing. Like I said, so bad that it's actually funny, but that's the only thing of enjoyment I can get from this. But of course, the biggest problem with this is that it's Disney. Lately has been doing a lot better with stuff like Gravity Falls, Star vs. the Forces of Evil, and all that kind of jazz. You like jazz? I've actually just referenced that. Anyways, they've been doing so much better and been making a lot of a better name for themselves. They seem to be moving to Disney sitcom era and actually trying stuff that Walt Disney would be proud of. But here's the thing. The one thing that Disney never does well is trying to copy somebody. They tried to copy Shrek, and they got Chicken Little. They tried to copy Ren and Stimpy, we got Shook'em's and Meat. Stuff like that. So this right away is a warning. They tried to copy a regular show, and Gumball and Breadwinners, all that kind of stuff. Just those modern cartoons that are able to relate with kids. And then we get Pickle and Peanut. But like I said, it really does seem like a regular show ripoff. But the thing is, regular show, although I'm not the hugest fan of that show, I'll admit, it does a lot more than just be weird. It actually has characters that developed over time and actually grew. It has lingering storylines. It actually has character development growth and is able to take itself seriously. Pickle and Peanut is just a giant joke that doesn't work. The whole thing doesn't work. And of course, the whole plot is just that they're getting comedic misadventures, which is a fine premise for any show, if the characters are strong enough. But the thing is with the show that they're doing, need to have strong characters. Pickle and Peanut are some of the flattest characters I've seen since the characters in Breadwinners. Like I said, aside from Peanut being slightly more reasonable sometimes, I can't tell either of these two apart. And it doesn't help that they sound similar, too. Ultimately, I don't even know what else to say about this without getting redundant. I don't know if the show's still going, though. I'm pretty sure it's canceled by now. I haven't heard anybody talk about it. The hate's really died down for it. And I'm pretty sure it's getting canceled soon, because I haven't heard a single person who likes this. Whether they be adult, child, or anthropomorphic hedgehog. I don't know. I can't imagine how anyone would like this either. Maybe if it's a so bad it's good kind of thing, but other than that, give me a regular show any day. This is an embarrassment of a show that I'm sure Disney is more than willing to forget. And without a doubt gets the scowling seal of disapproval. Well, that was a disaster piece. Tune in next time, folks, where I talk about Joey. You know, the Friends spinoff? That's gonna get interesting for a number of reasons. Alright, folks, I'll see you then.